This is American Eagle. Holy crap, man. Pistol caliber carbines are some of the most fun firearms that I shoot. I absolutely love them. Hey, thanks for tuning in to Twang and Bang. I have to admit that before 2 years ago or so, CMMG just really wasn't on my radar. I mean, I knew who they were and what they did, but they weren't doing anything before then that really had my interest. Then they came out with the Mutant, and then they came out with the Anvil you see here. Well, now they've come out with a 45 ACP pistol caliber carbine based on the AR platform that's not like anything else out there currently on the market. Plus, they're not wimps about NFA stuff, and they offer it in a factory SBR, something that a lot of manufacturers their size won't even touch. But that's why I don't have it here, because it's still in jail at my SOT, at my dealer. But I still had a chance to do a whole lot of shooting with it to see if the radial delay blowback system is everything they say it is. And that's what's coming up next on Twang and Bang. CMMG has been making a 9mm pistol caliber carbine for a while, and they applied that experience in designing their new Mark G45 guard and 45 ACP. Outwardly, the guard looks just like every other pistol caliber AR, with the same upper and lower assemblies, same safety selector, same MOE grip, receiver extension, and Magpul MOE stock. The beveled magwell feeds Glock mags into a nitrited 4140 steel barrel with a 1 16" twist sitting under a key mod handguard. It starts it apart from traditional pistol caliber carbines with its functional forward assist, and that hints at what makes the guard truly different than similar guns already on the market. Instead of a non-rotating bolt assembly like you'd find on most AR-9s, the guard uses a bolt carrier group that shares similarities with those on direct impingement rifle caliber AR-15s. The guard is still a blowback action, though in this case, the rotation of the bolt delays the action enough to safely cycle 45 ACP with a BCG and buffer that are actually lighter than those found on most 9mm. They call it a radial delayed blowback operating system. As a round is fired, the expanding gases propel the case into the bolt, which then presses its angled lugs rearward through the star chamber of the barrel. The angles allow just enough movement of the bolt carrier for the cam pin to rotate, then unlock the bolt for full cycling. CMMG also added a return spring to the firing pin to greatly reduce the chance of slam fires. This spring keeps the firing pin from flying forward and striking the primer simply from its inertia, but it's easily overcome by the strike of the hammer. This means that during reassembly, you must keep a bit of forward pressure on the firing pin to ensure it's properly retained by the cotter pin. The lower includes a beefy linkage for the magazine follower to trigger bolt stop on an empty mag. Mag release pressure is perfect. It's not so easy you risk dumping a mag by accident, but it's not nearly as firm as found on some pistol caliber carbines. Locking back and everything. This is such a great size. This is 5 pounds, not counting the Trijicon MRO on there, and wow, it's really nice. More American Eagle goodness. And stay down. They got this dialed in, man. This is fantastic. The back of the bolt carrier accepts optional weights that allow you to tune the action for different types of ammo, unsuppressed or suppressed. The weights are held in place by a roll pin, so tuning is not something you're going to want to do frequently, but it's easy enough that I'm able to do it on a wooden table right at the range. All the shooting I've been doing up to now has been with no carrier weights in place. I want to see if adding the smallest weight has any impact on cycling or reliability. I'm gonna add some weight to this buffer. You can get this weight kit separately, and they just slide in the back here. Get everything lined up. Put the roll pin in place. You need to make sure that it's not sticking up on the side. This is where it gets tricky in the field. There we go. Just need an extra tap. Nice and smooth, ready to go. So for the buffer weight test, I'm just going to run a short mag. This is Fiocchi. It shot softer, and it still liked it. Let's try that again. No problems with that. Okay, American Eagle. No problems. I'll tell you what, this is very smooth shooting. And I'm not even talking about the buffer weight. The recoil system in this, it's doing the trick. It's a very, very smooth recoil system. I think they had a tough nut to crack in the AR platform to get it to run well with 45 ACP, and they did it, man. That is super smooth. Now let's see how the guard cycle's suppressed. I put the recommended heavy carrier weight in place, which should counter the back pressure added by the silencer. This is the Fiocchi. Got the suppressor weight in the bolt carrier and a rugged obsidian in the short configuration on the end. Whoa, that's nice. That worked. Let's try that again. Woohoo! Hurricane Maria is kicking up winds here. Ah, that's super nice. That's really, really soft shooting. This is American Eagle. Regular flavor. No problems. Ran like a sewing machine. This is American Eagle suppressor. Shoots cleaner and a little bit quieter than the regular flavor. Nice, no worries. Ran beautifully. That was a full 28 round mag. I can't get 29 and 30. I couldn't even push them in there. That was a full 28 round mag. Ran great. Man, this right here, this is so light for this combination. Super pointable. And it cycles fantastic with that suppressor weight and a bolt carrier. I love it. Last 22 rounds of American Eagle suppressor. No problems. I think they cracked that nut. Getting 45 ACP to cycle well in an AR platform. It's not gassy with a silencer on the end. I'm not getting that nasty blowback that you can get running suppressed with other guns. It's really, really smooth. It's very smooth. They did a really good job with this. I'm impressed. Every now and then, I learned something watching the footage of me shooting that I didn't notice when I was doing the actual shooting. And with the guard, that definitely happened. When I was watching the video, I could clearly see the smoothest combination was unsuppressed with the small weight in the bolt carrier with the factory brake in place. That was the softest shooting 45 ACP pistol caliber carbine that I've ever shot. Absolutely a pleasure to shoot. It was still a pleasure to shoot with the big weight that I had to put in the buffer in the carrier in order to buffer the back pressure from the rugged obsidian. And though it caused more porpoising that I could see in the video on recoil, it's still less than what it would have been if they didn't have the radial delay blowback system. I talked to the engineers at SHOT Show, and they were telling me about how, you know, they tried straight blowback like you see in their AR-9 and others, and it wasn't fun to shoot. It would beat you up because of all the weight that they would have to put behind it to keep it from breaking the gun. And it seems to me that they were able to make a very, very fun gun to shoot. I didn't have any luck cycling SBR gold dot hollow points. They warned me ahead of time that the hollow points that go up those feed lips have to be pretty round, as close to the shape of a ball round as possible. And gold dots, they've got a fat hollow point, very square on the front, and I'd have about one malfunction per mag. I could get through a 28 round mag with one malfunction, but that's still one malfunction too many to run hollow points. And I didn't have any others to test with me there. But they do get it to run with hollow points. I just couldn't get it to run with the SBR gold dot. They sent it to me in that titanium for testing. That adds $150 to the MSRP. You can get it in 4 other Cerakote colors, including the FDE that they did on the anvil that they sent me. And there's, I think, an Arctic white. There might be a green and a sniper gray. I'm not really sure, but their Cerakote that they do at the factory is really, really nice, and $150 to have that done ahead of time, not have to send your gun off to get it done separately. That's actually a really good deal. It's available in 4 configurations starting at $1,300, which sounds like a lot when you're thinking about prices of a standard AR-15, but when you're looking at pistol caliber carbines, especially in the 45 caliber, it's not a bad price at all, especially for what you get. If you want to learn more about the guard, be sure to click the link in the video description below. Be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. You can see the links right down here, and be sure to click right here to subscribe so you can catch my next videos on bows, guns, and other cool things. I really appreciate you watching Twang and Bang, and hope to see you next time.